find that footing. They have to make sure that execution is on point, because when that goes down, it's anyone's game.
It's up and away we go. Once again, this will be the last game of the upper bracket finals. There's no second chance this time. You win, you go straight to the grand finals. It's EVIL against Ignite. It's the early game speed run. And we're gonna be talking a lot about what is gonna be happening, what is the best route to layer in all these team fights. Jay already starting things off a little bit aggressively, but the wave clearing is going to come through. For Ignite Gaming, we see early game rotations, going to protect the jungles. We're going to start rotating and start the aggressiveness, especially with such a mobile side lane from both of these two teams. Very, very mirrored.
Yeah, with the Baksha, with the clear and fast rotations, they're not going to be messing each other up with the pathing. All they want to do is be able to secure that one first blood before the turtle, because as utility junglers, if you have the numbers advantage, you more or less secure the first turtle objective, but you still have to respect how much crowd control and burst the Guinevere has when he has that spatial migration to Violet Requiem combo. And now we're looking at a possible spacing. They're already controlling how they want to dictate how the turtle objective is gonna go, because right now it's currently a 4v4 situation with our gold lane just being null.
I think it might be a potential Claude rotating into the mid side, but not too early. The first game is definitely going to be a 4v4 up on the top side. Based on wave clear, they're evenly matched. I think for Cho just coming in with Concussive Blast alongside with the Yves, as well as the Valentina and Khalid, they're mirroring each other. They know where they are, so I don't think that any of these massive team fights will happen as of now. KELVIN will be able to dance and jump away safe and sound. Diablo able to use that eye for an eye. Here comes Jay, doesn't have any kicks whatsoever. A little bit of a poke, a little bit of an ego testing. Blade, one more hit, will be able to melt Roy down as he plays safely.
That is the side. That is what you want to see on the side of EVIL. Now there is a Valentina who is level 4 who could copy any skills, and he chooses the way of the dragon.
This Flying Cloud. Diablo taking a lot of damage. This electric final blow, but down in the midst of battle, Blade will be the first to fall. Jay will pick that one up. Here comes Roy from the back line. Here comes Powerful. He has that damage. He's trying to buy a little bit of time for AEZU to take down that turtle. They do, as EVIL takes down the objective. EVIL Ignite Gaming picks up that first kill.
That was a painful thing to experience for the side of Team EVIL. Though they did get that turtle, the Blade's advantage at the mid lane kind of went, it fizzled out because of that one death. He did hit that level 4 first, but of course, as soon as the Eve TP'd out, the real world manipulation steal was nowhere in his sights.
Yep, Powerful already level 4. Jay still struggling to get that level 4, a little bit lacking behind. EVIL just barely picking up the scraps in terms of economy, as they are a little bit up ahead only. Let's talk about Blade just a little bit with that Valentina. What are some of the options that he will get in this game?
The favorite ones would probably be the way of the dragon, the real world manipulation. Depending on the situation, you want to have that single pick off ability or that group crowd control, because whatever you take, it really affects the cooldown of your IMU and how quickly you need that uptime to be there, to be ready again to engage, especially with EVIL's lineup. Really hitting pace. You have a Baksha. You want to make sure that everything goes your way. You are the one dictating the pace. Taking a page from other teams, you want to have that early game pressure. You want to stampede over Ignite Gaming.
It does seem that Ignite Gaming, okay, that's a kick into the electro final blow. That's 3 ultimates already used up. EVIL needs to be able to respond a little bit too far from home.
It's gonna sting. That's gonna sting for Team EVIL, but the cooldowns on those ultimates will be a lot more painful in the upcoming turtle thing. Now they know that all the sticks of butter have been used on the side of Ignite Gaming, so now it is up to AEZU and Team EVIL to decide if this is the lore they want to be, this is the turtle they want to be taking, especially knowing that info on the spells of Ignite Gaming.
Just with that one kill, they take control of that jungle. They have a little bit more rotation speed. They are up ahead in terms of economy. That's just only a half item. There's a stun RWM already laid down by Roy. It's a reverse RWM coming in from Blade. Both of them can't reach each other as they're fighting fire with fire. Both of them still barely hanging on with each other, as both of them doesn't want to make a move. It's a very, very slow game this time around. CS almost taking one for the team and almost...
Team EVIL, the best case scenario for them was to get that turtle and disengage. And on the side of Ignite Gaming, the best case scenario is though they trade that turtle, they are going to be able to find a pick off to make sure they just even out the trade. But as we saw, you know, Ignite Gaming, they got their cake and they ate it too.
Yeah, it's working out pretty decent so far for Ignite. A little bit more mobility as well, especially for the side of Cho. JAYY is slippery. He is sort of an intelligent player. He doesn't want to commit too much. He plays a little bit like JP in TLPH. A little bit more calculative before he jumps in rather than aggressive. Waits for his team, calculates the responses, but on the bottom side, Powerful taking a little bit of hits from Roy. Will not be able to get taken down. Flicker already utilized by Roy, so a lot of core resources already used up by both teams with no kills. It's basically a boxing match. Everyone's taking punches, everyone's taking blows, no one's taking the fall.
The game has still been evenly matched. The gold lead doesn't matter as much as they are now looking to secure this bot lane turret. It is a 3v3 scenario, possibly a 3v4 scenario, but Team Evo with that controlled aggression, they chose to disengage because they know that their firepower is not yet ready because Ignite Gaming is pretty much on fire right now.
I think it's both of these two gold laners, and we talked about this in the draft. Carry and Claude, you're playing against a laning phase. Venn's definitely gonna have an easier time. This is stun up, locking it from CS, but on the backside, Blade trying to find an angle. It's a blazing duet onto JAYY, taking a lot of hits. There's a flicker out. JAYY loses his life and sacrifices himself, loses that T1 down at the bottom side as well, giving up that turtle. So Ignite Game is gonna trade an objective for a tower.
That was a beautiful box out on the side of Team Evil, though they did just get JAYY. That is one turret down on the side of Ignite Gaming. Yes, the turtle was taken from under their hands, under their covers, but the thing about the macro gaming, the objectives, at least they were able to trade a turret and a kill for that turtle. So it suddenly became negligible as we see the gold lead. Now it's become a pretty much even game yet again.
We're slowing down tempo once again. After the objective has been taken, it's back to the drawing board for both these two teams. Especially in the mid side, JAYY actually trying to find an angle. The pushback won't happen. The box will drop down. Blazing Duet will hit up, but here comes Diablo from the back line. Taking a lot of damage, but the damage is not enough. Not right now. There's the curtain call onto Diablo. Will get bursted down. That's a pop and snivel. This gear will take down one. Loses his life. It's a trade for trade. We see this El Clasico all the time for Gear and Diablo.
That is 1-4-2, but the advantageous moment there was Gear taking Diablo out. He had a hard time in the lane. It was pretty much even, but Diablo's mobility was just outclassing CC's clear time. But with that steal, with that kill, he's gonna suddenly pop off and be part of this team fight yet again.
Oh, that's a lot of damage though. Special Migration won't be able to heal him back up. And Kelvin falls to the ground. Evil are not really dominating, but they know their objective. VENN is already online. He does have that damage. They're layering in these team fights. VENN's taking hits. Powerful comes in, body blocks it a little bit, and then they're trading blows. Ignite Gaming having a little bit of a shaky mid-game scenario.
The mid-game scenario has actually flipped to the side of Evil, though they are looking at this incredible gold lead just suddenly spiking, but then they traded that turtle because they knew that if they trade that turtle with that turret take in the bot lane, with that kill at the bot lane, they know that they could suddenly activate VENN a lot quicker. He's gonna get his Trinity timing, and I believe if we are gonna be checking it, that he's almost there, or if not, he's climbing up to that Trinity.
There's the box trying to block them all down. VENN might be able to escape with his life. Here comes Diablo. Might he be able to do this? It's VENN with a mega kill. We already been in this situation where Claude is 401 and he's always at this position. He's facing up Diablo. Benedetta is one of these heroes where you don't really have that lockdown. You do have that damage, but if you are facing against a sneaky target like Claude, so hard to lock it.
That was a deja vu moment from game number 4, I believe, but then it just goes to show VENN is online. He's popping off. He's 401. This is gonna be Ignite Gaming's turn to respond. They have to respond to this. They have to react, because if not, Team Evil's just gonna steamroll through this game.
It's the Flying Clouds bringing Diablo into the Lord Pit. First Lord of the game, you're pulling it, getting that reset. The Lord Dance will come to fruition. KELVIN using the spatial orbs just to get that aggro onto that Lord, pulling it over to their side. the best case scenario is Diablo finding the flanks, using electro final blow to block off the entrance routes from the back line, but VENN is always in the front lines. You're playing this hero where you deal that damage with the Blazing Duet directly in your face, so you need to be able to get someone to have that point and click.
Yeah, if it's a match of mechanics versus mechanics, the way and how fast VENN could click that Purify and then BMI, it has to be studied. Now they're currently Ignite Evil. Team Evil is the one holding that Lord, while all the while Diablo was taking the top lane. So they had that info, and it's probably a concealed play.
It's concealed. There's the Tsunami knocking them up. Jay taking a lot of damage, taking a lot of hits. He will be sacrificed to the Lords as the box will drop on both sides. KELVIN down low. Powerful will block and push KELVIN out of the way. Powerful will risk his life, but it's a trade for an objective. He's buying so much time. Might not be able to escape this, but will he know? Spoke a little bit too soon. As Evil just dominating the objective game in the mid side.
As soon as they had the info that it was go time, because Diablo was trying to split push, that was Team Evil's opportunity to take down that Lord. Though the team fight there got a bit scrappy, they were able to create space. Yes, Ignite Gaming was able to buy time, because what they did was they split the party. Two players were dealing with the powerful. All the while, Diablo was making sure Blade was going away.
Yeah, Jay had a plan. He had an idea, but he was just unfortunately knocked out by the Lord Tsunamis, the little bits of water spouts that came in from the Lord Pit. If that didn't happen, I felt like Jay could have gotten a nice little setup onto at least VENN. He's dealing a lot of damage. Look at how melty that is. Lord already marching down the bottom side, T1. KELVIN able to dash out in time. The box all laid down, pushing VENN away as Jay uses the way of the dragon. He's walked a little bit too close to the sun. Blade will take him down. As Ignite Gaming again back on that defense.
That is, honestly, that's wonderful time. Everything that's been going on has been very wonderful timing for the side of Team Evil. That Tsunami knocked up on Jay during that conceal play, and now they were pushing with the Lord. That's when the Holy Shields were suddenly out. Everything is just going onto the side of Team Evil, but of course, this is still defendable. It's a 1.68 gold lead, and Diablo's currently looking for an angle. But it seems like that controlled aggression that Evil is showing is what's gonna give them the advantage here. And all the while, the Ignite Gaming, they need to press on, they need to stay fast, they need to recover.
Looking at the builds, you got a conceal play. Diablo's already got a Sky Piercer. He's risking it for the biscuit. You got Petrify onto VENN. Might be able to take them down just to win the nature, just to keep him safe. Good play by VENN. I feel like that's an item swap as well. They knew that they were coming there. We're able to trade the blows. Diablo for powerful. At the end of the day, Evil still up on top in terms of these trades.
That is wonderful. That was a beautiful conceal play. If only VENN was a bit slower, they could have taken it out, but that was Purify into Wind of Nature. That's how he survived all that physical damage. And now it's Team Evil. They need to protect this mid lane turret, and the real world manipulation has just been dropped.
Yeah, both these boxes won't be able to, okay, it's getting stopped down. You got a Spatial Migration, able to push that out. CS is 5-0-2. This is the carries, time to shine. As CS is hunting everyone down. It's going to be the carry in the Claude's game. This is going to be exciting, guys. It's going to be exciting, folks. This is the late game monsters going head to head. All the others don't really matter. It's the gold laners' time to shine.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful time to actually bring up our map, the Flying Clouds. They knew that they had to respect the Flying Clouds because as soon as they saw a backup coming to VENN, they knew that it was time to back off. And
Jay,
right now, the Lord.
Oh, Jay getting locked down. That's the Raging Sandstorm. Spatial Migration won't be enough. As Jay actually getting taken down. Down they go. No KELVIN. AEZU steals the Lord underneath their noses. It's powerful. A little bit too short. As Ignite Gaming just having one after another. Oh, decapitated. Life flies his blade. Pops that flicker for a double. Then it's Diablo's name on the notebook.
That was a beautiful showing from Ignite Gaming. You have to respect that they were able to take out VENN from the equation, and all that's left, this is yet again deja vu, because here we are seeing the Lord take that final blow.
Yeah.
took literally final blow to Ben.
Yeah, the damage was just coming way too much from that Claude. At the very least, they were able to take down this Claude. I lost track of a lot of these damages that actually came out from Blade, stealing the Electro final blow, turning into Benedetta himself, and then just going ham with the damage. You have a little bit more reach. You have the passive from the auto attack and dash from Benedetta as well. So great play from Blade, great read, and great adaptability. Ignite Gaming now back on that defense. This is looking dire for them.
Yeah, adding to that, Gears curtain call just basically helped them set all of that to happen. And now Ignite Gaming, Team Eagles knocking on their doors.
No T3s at all. Ignite Gaming. This is 5v6. You guys still got the Lord. The box is laid down. The Blazing Duet will come through. Jay taking a lot of damage. Down goes Roy. No more Eve. Diablo on the back line gets taken down as well. Evil are securing that ticket to the grand final once again.